Today is Friday and I am getting ready for a photo shoot for my brand. I haven't done a photo shoot in a very long time. Wait, no, I did one in January, but the last one I did with models is what I was saying. It's been over 6 months. So we are overdue for some fresh images for the brand. I'm also excited because I get to be the photographer today. And I'm also the creative director. My assistant wasn't available today, but I didn't want to keep putting it off because again, we need fresh visuals. I have the day free. My models had the day free. I was like, let's just take advantage of it. So I'm perfectly fine with doing all the things. But it does have me thinking about how important it is for me to find kind of some auxiliary help that can step in on days where, you know, my assistant isn't available. So I always have an extra set of hands. I did some pretty comprehensive planning for this shoot just because I really want to nail it. And I've just been big on like showing up for my brand a lot more. So this is kind of my chance to kind of feel at home again with my brand. And I'm excited for that because creatively it's my source. It's where I get my motivation, my inspiration, and it is a space that has challenged me to ascend as a person, but also as a business owner. Got my outfit laid out on the bed like it's the first day of school. Okay, I'm pressed. Super simple. I'm gonna do this black long sleeve from H&M. These pants are from W. And then I have my favorite chain and my favorite hoops. I'm about to go pull myself together because I don't even want to see what's under this bonnet, y'all. Hold on. Major jump scare. Random, but two things I wish people used more: tongue scrapers and water flossers. Okay, because listen, it'd be tough out here in these conversations. That's all I'm saying. I watched it a few days ago, but I'm not sure what style I want to do today. I was thinking about doing my low bun and then putting in a claw clip. I was just telling a friend of mine, he asked me why I'm taking the photos today. And which I haven't really gotten into it. So when I started my business, I started just before the pandemic, right? So with me starting just before the pandemic, when my business was really starting to grow, we were stuck in the house. So I didn't have the luxury of having the freedom of building a team in that moment. So I did everything by myself. I was the model. I came up with the shoot concepts. I did everything by myself, right? Me and my, actually, I didn't even have a photographer at that time. So it was really, I didn't get a photographer until late 2020 because again, it was COVID. So shout out to the Unbrush. With me being the everything for my brand, especially in those earlier years, that was how I felt so connected to my brand. The creative aspect of it. I'm a creative at heart. I started sketching when I was a kid. Fashion has always been like my creative outlet. I kind of need this. I need this moment. You know, I need this opportunity to like fully reconnect with the creative process. Now this is like for an everyday leaving the house beat. It's not like a full glam at all. Yeah, I'm gonna use foundation because I do have another event to go to after this shoot. I think all of these products are already linked in my beacons because again, this is my go-to for everyday makeup. I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Luminous Foundation in shade 345C. It's full coverage for me without like doing too much, which is all I ever want in a full coverage foundation. I didn't wear makeup for the first time until I was in college. I was very self-conscious for years. I felt like I was such a late bloomer. When you're a woman or a girl raised by essentially a boy mom, you miss a lot of these kinds of like, a lot of these gems in these moments when it comes to like learning how to do your makeup or You know what I mean? Knowing, I don't know, just different like things about being a woman. Wasn't my girl's strong suit. It's something that, you know, I didn't even realize was a thing until I got older. Next, I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover Concealer in shade Warm Beige. I feel like when you do a full coverage foundation, it just makes sense to go in with a full coverage concealer because make the look full coverage. And I also have switched to using a concealer brush. This one is by e.l.f. their Flawless Concealer Brush. And I definitely feel like it makes a difference. I feel like it doesn't absorb as much product as the sponges do. My best friend in college, she was like the ultimate girl's girl. So she was the one who like, she took me to get my first pair of stilettos. She took, you know, when it was time to do our makeup for things, she helped me, you know, do my makeup. And so I really have a lot of these things to attribute to her because I just didn't have that foundation. I didn't have that experience. For contour, my go-to contour product for years has been the Wonder Stick by NYX. And this is the medium. And it has like the contour on one end. And then it has, that doesn't look even. And then it has the like highlight on the other end. I'll be honest, I never used the highlight. I only used the contour. I use this really old, I really need to replace this brush, but this is a NYX contour contour brush that I got my first time going to the NYX store, I think in Tyson's Corner in Virginia. This was like 2016. She showed me how the Wonder Stick worked and I have been hooked ever since. But I just love this contour. It just adds a little bit of warmth to the face. Amazon Powder Puff. These are linked in my storefront. They are essential, okay? I was late on the train for this, but they are essential. This is the Morphe Translucent Setting Powder. Also, I want to tell y'all about this tool I've been using, and this is not sponsored. I used to wake up and immediately start scrolling on my phone, which I know a lot of us do. You wake up, you pick your phone up, you see what's new on the gram or what's new on Twitter or what's new on TikTok. And I realized that the most productive part of my day, the most productive time in my day is my morning, right? Like early in the morning, first thing. Like if I can get up and hit the ground running, I can get so much done. For blush, we're going in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This is in, Turks and Caicos. This Real Techniques brush. And then I would feel like I was so behind on the rest of my day. And it was like stressing me out because I'm like, one, I hate feeling like I don't have control over myself when it comes to something. Like muscle memory, honestly. Like I wouldn't even be interested in what's going on Instagram. But before I could do anything, I'm on there and I'm scrolling. I found this app that is called Opal. So you can set up these blocks, right? And for me, I have a block that now starts at midnight to 9 a.m. for social media apps. And you can set which apps the apps you wanna block. So for me, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Instagram, and ShopStyle. I am a ShopStyle girl. I will sit on ShopStyle for hours. I was skeptical even when I first started using it because one, I felt like, I'm like, girl, you can control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need no app for that. But like it has been a game changer. So if you are somebody who finds yourself scrolling too much, 10 out of 10 recommend trying Opal. Again, this is not sponsored. This is just, I know the struggle of looking up and you haven't done all the things that you needed to do because you have been on your phone. It's something that I know a lot of us struggle with, and maybe people don't want to admit it, but the science and the statistics say otherwise. Okay, people are struggling with maintaining control of their distractions. Shout out to Opal for that. This is the soap styler stick from Revolution. I picked up at Target. And it's just like this little waxy stick here. And then you brush it in with the other end. My brows need a little bit of TLC, but they actually still look pretty good from my arch a few weeks ago. So Okay, so this is pretty much the look. Super excited for this shoot. Super excited to pour back into my brand, because it has given me so much. That is the Anastasia Dewy Set. You can see a Dewy Set setting spray. It's a travel. I need to get the full size. And this is also kind of like a reminder that if ever you are in a season where it feels like life is just lifing beyond your control, which most of us go through these seasons, just remember that nothing is permanent. Nothing else is the end of the world but the end of the world. So hopefully that helps you. I gotta go get dressed because I said we were out of here at 9:10 and I've been talking and it's currently 9:06. So this was about a 12-minute face. And I'm very pleased with the results. I'm gonna retouch up my edges and go get dressed. Everything loaded up. It's photo shoot day. I need a matcha, a venti, hot, 2 pumps of vanilla, oat milk. It's chef's kiss. Oh, I think I have a free drink. I think I have a free drink. So we're about to get our matcha. I am running a few minutes behind.
My daughters are artists, and my older one's like, well, I'm gonna fall back on photography. We got a really good camera. She's at Michigan State still. Under one's starting the college of beauty thing, and this is her second time changing.
Okay. Patience is a virtue, Mom.
I know it is. I just would love to wave a wand and know where they're gonna end up. But.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Shout out to her for a little bit of story time about her daughters and essentially how she's sick of their shit is what I got from it. But like I said, patience is a virtue, Nancy. All right, so this is the space we're using today. I have this black wall, tons of natural light. Got some sofas and furnitures and things. So I'm about to set up because the girls will be here any minute. I want to show y'all how deep it got for me last night. I've recently fallen back in love with Notion, and I put the entire photo shoot and shot list in Notion last night, so I would have no issues setting up today. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Hey girls! Woo woo!